how to get bookkeeping clients. If you are an entrepreneur, bookkeeping business owner, this video is perfect for you. Or even if you're just thinking about getting started with your bookkeeping business, this is going to be a perfect video for you to try to teach you some tips and tricks how to get bookkeeping clients, how to do sales and marketing. This video was inspired because I was listening to a podcast this morning and somebody said, here's a quote for you: "The man who loves walking will walk further than the man who loves the destination." And it just got me thinking, entrepreneurship, you gotta really love it because it's hard. Don't ever let anybody tell you that starting a business, especially a bookkeeping business, is easy. Yes, you can make a ton of money as an entrepreneur. It's not easy. It's actually incredibly difficult. Actually, most business owners fail. But if you love what you're doing, you might be successful. So let's talk about how to get bookkeeping clients. This is the hardest part. So I break down starting a bookkeeping business into 3 different parts. Number 1, you got to learn QuickBooks and bookkeeping. This video is not going to be about that. That's the first part. That's actually the easiest part. Number 2, you got to get clients. You got to find people who are willing to pay you. That's the hardest part. It's actually pretty easy to learn bookkeeping in QuickBooks, but the hardest part is getting clients. And then the most important part is delivering high quality customer service. So once you actually get your clients, step number 3, you got to do a good job. So this video is not about steps 1 or 3. This video is all about step number 2, the hardest part: how to actually get bookkeeping clients, how to do marketing and sales. So before we get started, first you have to decide, do you actually want to do this? This is going to be incredibly difficult, very, very hard. There are other jobs that you can get. You can be a staff accountant. If you just love accounting, you can just be a staff accountant and you can have a really great career as an accountant. Or maybe you like sales, and maybe you can be a loan officer. Or maybe you just want to be an accounting clerk. Maybe you don't have a college degree and you just want to be an accounting clerk. Or maybe you love the idea of helping people and you want to be a financial advisor. Those are all great jobs. So you need to decide, is this really what you want to do? If you want to do those other jobs and be a W-2 employee or even a 1099 contractor as a salesperson, those are great. I would explore all of your options. And I'm just being totally honest with you because this is going to be very hard. So I want to make sure if your heart is not 100% in this, don't even get started because it's going to be very hard. But if you're like me and you're like, no, you know what? I know for a fact this is exactly what I want to do, then let's talk about it. So entrepreneurship is so hard because it's a combination of so many things. Not only are we doing bookkeeping, but we're also doing sales, we're also doing marketing, we're also doing customer service, and we're doing business administration all at the same time. So entrepreneurship, very different from being an employee or a salesperson. But if this is what you want to do, here's the cool part. You can make a lot more money being an entrepreneur. A few stories. So I host every Monday at 3 p.m. I host a weekly meeting. If you want to join, the link is down below. I host a weekly meeting with about 30 other bookkeepers. And in that meeting, I heard 4 really cool stories. Kind of crazy. 3 people just got a $5,000 cleanup in the past week. Huge success story. 3 different people just landed a $5,000 cleanup project, and a 4th person is quitting his full-time job. How exciting is that? All in my weekly group. So there are a ton of people who are still in 2026 starting a bookkeeping business and very successful. My own story. I started 6 years ago and I doubled my business every year. So I went from 10 clients to 20 clients to 40 clients to 80 clients in 4 years. Doubled my business every year. 80 bookkeeping clients, $500 per month. I was making about $40,000 per month, monthly recurring revenue in just 4 years. So there's a huge opportunity, incredible opportunity to make a lot of money if you're able to do it. Really, really hard though. Another story, personal story, Zip Capital. I've got my investment fund, Zip Capital. I raised $3 million in 2025. in my investment fund, Zip Capital. And real quick, I will just mention, if you do want to join Zip Capital, I'm targeting 8% up to 12% fixed returns to accredited investors in Zip Capital. There's a link down below to my website. Go ahead, check it out. And there's also a link in the comments if you want to check out my website. If you're interested, I'd love to chat with you and see if it's a good fit. Okay, let's talk about how to get better. How do you get better at anything? I think about this a lot. I think about this a lot at the gym. I think about this a lot with reading and just intellectual concepts. So if you want to get better at running, what do you have to do? You got to run every day. It's really not that complicated. I think about ping pong or even catching a football. If I wanted to get better at catching a football, super simple, very, very, very simple task. If I wanted to get better at catching a football, what can I do? Here's an idea. Go outside, catch 100 passes every day. Get a jugs machine and catch 100 passes every day. I guarantee you're going to get better at catching a football if you catch 100 passes every day. Or what about, maybe it's not a physical task. What about reading? Read 10 pages every day. Read for 30 minutes every day. In 6 months, guaranteed, you're going to be better at reading. Public speaking. Get up once a week and speak in front of a group of people. Guaranteed, you're going to get better. It's really not that complicated. It's actually pretty simple. When you think about getting better at something, it's really pretty simple. The same concept. How do you get better at entrepreneurship? You got to grow your business. You got to get more clients. So in order to do that, you just got to do the work every day. It's really not that complicated. So let's talk about the work. What do you got to do to get better at entrepreneurship? You got to get more clients. How do you do that? Before I go further, you can get more clients and work the same number of hours by improving your efficiency. This is a really important concept. If you're just getting started, might not be super valuable to you, but right now you might hear that I had 80 bookkeeping clients and you might just think, there's no way. How am I going to be able to handle 80 bookkeeping clients? That's insane. You can do it. You can handle more work as an entrepreneur. You can handle more work and you can get paid more money for working the same amount of time. This is how you can exponentially grow your income. This is how I doubled my income every year. 10 clients, 20 clients, 40 clients, 80 clients, because I improved my efficiency. I got better at the work and I was able to make more money. So let's talk about getting more clients. Last thing. Focus on your core offer. This is how you're going to improve your efficiency. Focus on your core offer. That is bookkeeping. You don't need to do anything else. You can, of course, if you want, but I'm just here to encourage you. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to do taxes or budgeting, forecasting, payroll. You don't need to do any of that stuff. I got all 80 clients just simply by offering bookkeeping. I was just recording transactions, reconciling accounts, and generating financial reports in QuickBooks Online. So you just focus on your core offer. That's how you're going to improve your efficiency. That's how you're going to handle 10, 20, 40, 80 clients in a 40-hour work week by focusing on your core offer, getting really good at bookkeeping, get more clients, make more money, same amount of time. It's really a beautiful concept. Okay, so overall, you got to focus on consistency. That's what it's all about. Just like trying to get better at public speaking or reading or catching a football, consistency. You got to do the same thing every day. And it's long term. You're not going to get bookkeeping clients. You're not going to wake up tomorrow with 10 bookkeeping clients. You're not even going to get 10 bookkeeping clients in 2 months. I almost promise you it's not going to happen. I recommend 1 to 2 clients per month. That's a good goal. Try to get 1 to 2 clients per month. You got to be consistent over a long period of time. This is all about trust and relationships. That's how you're going to get bookkeeping clients. Build trust and relationships. So now let's talk practically. Let's talk about how do you do that. It's all about social media marketing. Everything I teach is all based on my own personal experience. So I did social media marketing. That's what I did. So I'm going to teach you my social media marketing strategy, and then I'll teach you some other strategies possibly different from social media marketing. Number 1, create content. This is what it's all about. This is how you build trust and relationships. You have to establish yourself as a bookkeeping expert, because right now nobody knows who you are. You might have just started your bookkeeping business. Let me back up. People know who you are, but they don't know that you're a bookkeeper. They don't know that you just started a bookkeeping business. So you've got to build trust and relationships with strangers on the internet, on social media, by consistently showing up every day for a long period of time. And you just simply do that by creating content. Think about the content you create like a TV commercial or like a billboard when you're driving down the road. Except the good news is you don't have to pay for it. You can just use your cell phone. You can use the social media apps you already have on your phone. You can use the social media accounts you already have created. Of course, you can create new business accounts, but you actually don't need to. You can actually promote your business from the social media accounts you already have. It's really an incredible thing. Create content. Get your name out there. You're basically telling the world, hey, everybody, look at me. My name is Zach Pasquarello. I'm a bookkeeper, and I would love to help you with your bookkeeping. Let me share a quick tip with you to help you with your business, to help you with your finances, so that you start to trust me, start to get to know me, and so that you start to think that I'm a bookkeeping expert. That is the psychology behind your social media marketing content. So create content. Creating content can look like many different things. It can look like a post, just a sentence, or just a phrase, or just a motivational quote, or it can look like a longer post. Maybe you're going to tell a story. It can be a picture with a caption. It can be a short video. I post a lot of short videos on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. I actually have all my social media channels linked down below. If you want, go ahead and follow me on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, and you can see what I'm posting every day. I'm promoting Zip Capital on my social media channels, but it still might give you some inspiration and some insight as to how you can look at what I'm doing and maybe tailor to fit your content, to fit your business. So create content. Look at this video. This is a long form video that I'm making on YouTube, and it's promoting my personal brand. It's promoting my investment fund, Zip Capital. It's trying to teach people how to start a bookkeeping business. I'm teaching people, I'm building trust, I'm building relationships with people on the internet, total strangers all over the world watching this video. This is literally an example of social media marketing content. I have actually raised quite a bit of money from my YouTube followers in Zip Capital. So I've raised almost $4 million since January 2025, and a decent chunk of that money has come from people who found me on YouTube. Pretty crazy. Just a side note, it just goes to show. And I don't pay for a production company. I don't pay for ads. I don't pay an editor. It's literally just me. It's just me, my phone. My phone is recording this right now. I'm in my home office. I've got a nice microphone, but that's it. I'm just recording content, and I post it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. And I was able to grow my bookkeeping business, and I was able to grow Zip Capital. So just proof of concept, just showing you that it actually works. So create content. You got to do it every day. You really do. Maybe 3 times a week. But in the beginning, if you want to grow, if you want to be relevant, if you want to stand out, you got to do it every day. And you got to mix it up. Don't do the same. This is a mistake that I made in the beginning. Don't make the same boring content. I swear, I think there was a time back in 2021 where I literally had the exact same template, and I would just change the words. It would be like Harrisburg bookkeeping tip of the day, and I was trying to give out tax advice and bookkeeping tips. And it was just the same template every day for like 30 days. And of course, the content didn't do very good. You got to mix it up. It can't be the same thing every time. Here's an interesting strategy. Think about this. I like to mix it up. So maybe one day I'll do a personal post. Maybe I'll talk about coaching my son's football team, or being a parent, or my church, or going to the gym, whatever. One day, personal post. One day, like a hardcore bookkeeping post. Like, let me talk really, really plainly about bookkeeping, taxes, finances, QuickBooks, my bookkeeping business. So personal post, bookkeeping post, and then maybe the third post is like a general business finance post, like not super specific to bookkeeping or your business, not quite a personal post, maybe more general business and finances. So mix it up. It doesn't have to just be hardcore bookkeeping post. Be a person, be authentic. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to think of the next best thing. Look at my YouTube channel. I post a lot of the same videos over and over again. People just like to be reminded. People want to get to know you. If you create good content, people want to see more of it. So create good content, have good lighting, have good ideas. Don't just use ChatGPT to make the post. Really put in effort, try to make it good, because you're building relationships, you're building trust. This is a long-term play. Social media marketing is a long-term play. We're not running ads. We're not paying for ads. We're not putting our ads in front of a cold audience who's never seen us before. We are creating content to people who are already connected with us on social media. So create content. I talked about that enough. Number 2, find prospective clients. Right now, you might only be connected with friends from high school, college, coworkers, family members, friends in your community. You might not be connected with ideal clients. So you got to find prospective clients. LinkedIn makes it really easy. Facebook makes it kind of easy. Here's a tip. Join local Facebook groups, local real estate investor groups, local general contractor groups, local business groups, local entrepreneur groups. Join local groups and then sort through the members in those groups. Find business owners in those groups, and then send friend requests, send LinkedIn connections. So I have heard recently, and I've actually seen this with my own Facebook. Facebook really limits how many connection requests I can send per day. I think I'm at it seems like 5. It seems like I send 5 Facebook friend requests in one day, and then all of a sudden I get banned from sending more Facebook friend requests. So if that's happening to you, slow down. Spread it out. Maybe do 2 friend requests per hour and then see what happens. Literally set an alarm on your phone. 9 a.m., send 2 friend requests. 10 a.m., send 2. 11 a.m., send 2, and see if you get banned. If you get banned, send 1 per hour. See if you can see if you can push the limit by spreading it out and doing fewer. LinkedIn, no problem. I send 30 connection requests every day, Monday through Friday, no problem. I am literally doing this right now with my Zip Capital. I'm literally doing this strategy right now. On Facebook, I'm connecting with realtors to try to find borrowers, to try to find real estate investors to borrow from Zip Capital. And then LinkedIn, I'm connecting with CEOs and directors and vice presidents of companies in my local area to try to get accredited investors, to try to get high net worth individuals, to try to get high income individuals, people making $200,000 a year at their W-2 job. I'm literally doing this right now, this strategy right now as we speak. Every morning, I send 30 connection requests to LinkedIn people that are close to me, that are directors and CEOs of local companies. I'm literally doing it right now. So the strategy absolutely works. You just got to be consistent. You got to do it every single day. So create content, find prospective clients, connect with them, and then engage with them. You got to engage with your audience. This is a great way just to get your name out there, build trust, build relationships. Engage, super simple. Comment on their post. Follow the 3 Ps, polite, positive, professional. That's all you got to do. Just short, 1 sentence, 5 to 7 words. Hey, I hope you find a good buyer. Hey, that looks amazing. Keep up the great work. This is incredible. That looks really nice. Engage with your audience, because every time you comment on their post, they're going to see your name and your face in your comment, and they're going to start associating you with the positive things you're saying. So engage with your audience, because they don't know who you are. Maybe they just accepted your friend request and they haven't looked at your page yet. If you comment on their post every week for the next 4 weeks, eventually they're going to be like, who is this Zach guy? Why does he keep saying nice things on my post? Let me go check out his page. Oh, that's interesting. Let me check out his bio. Oh, he's a fund manager at Zip Capital, offering 8% up to 12% fixed returns. That's really interesting. Oh, he's a hard money lender for Pennsylvania real estate investors. That's interesting. Let me go check out his website. Let me see his content. Let me watch his videos. Let me see his other posts. All of a sudden, just by you simply engaging with your audience, engaging with your community, all of a sudden you have given them another opportunity to click your profile and to see your content. But you see here how the whole thing works together. All 4 steps work together. You got to create the content. You got to find the people. You got to connect with them, and then you got to engage with them, and they all work together. If you only do one thing, it's not going to work. If you just create content, then you don't have the followers. You don't have the Facebook friends or the LinkedIn connections. You don't have the right people seeing your stuff. If you just connect with people and don't create content, they're going to have no idea what you're doing or who you are. If you just engage with people, also same thing. They're not going to see your content, and you're not going to be engaging with the right people. So all four things really work together. And it's pretty quick. It should only take you an hour a day at most to create the content, connect with the people, engage with them. And then step number 5, send a DM, send a message to all of your new connections. I generally like to wait 30 days. So if I send you a friend request on March 5th, I'm not going to DM you on March 5th or March 6th. I'm going to wait until April 5th because I want my marketing content to work. I want us to engage. I want us to build a relationship. I want you to trust me by seeing my content. And then I hit you with a DM. Hey, I'm a bookkeeper. Let me know if you ever need help with your QuickBooks. Hey, I've got a local investment fund. I'd love for you to check it out. Here's my website. Super simple, super straightforward. I'm not here to waste any time. I'm just here to spread the word, to try to get clients. That's what it's all about, sales and marketing. Now, here's the thing. You got to have thick skin. I told you, starting a business is really, really hard. You're going to get pushback. You're going to get unsolicited advice. You're going to get hate. You're going to get made fun of. You're going to get ridiculed. You're going to get nasty messages in your DMs. But you got to have faith in your product. You got to have confidence in your product. And here's the thing. If you're a bookkeeper, if you're offering to help people organize their finances, we're not running a scam. This is an incredibly legit business. There are literally thousands, if not millions, of business owners right now in America who are stressed out, who are struggling because they haven't filed their taxes, because they don't have updated, accurate financial reports, because nobody has done their bookkeeping. So we are offering to help people. We are offering to reduce people's stress, to free up their time. We are offering a very legitimate service. So you can't bat 1,000. You got to have thick skin. Doing sales, promoting your business, doing marketing on social media. You're going to get people who don't like what you're doing, but that's okay. You have to be confident. Just know I am here to genuinely help people. We're not scamming people. We're not trying to hurt people. We're not selling a dishonest service. We are literally trying to help people organize their finances so they can file their taxes. That's what it's all about. I am genuinely here to help you. And there are people who need your help. So don't be afraid to reach out to people. Have thick skin. Be confident that you're here to do a good job, because you are. Always be transparent, always be honest, always try to do the right thing, and you're never going to go wrong. Be polite, positive, professional. You're never going to go wrong. With that in mind, focus on the emotions. When you're selling your services, when you're marketing your services, focus on the emotions. People are much more likely to buy reduce my stress, free up my time. They're much more likely to buy those services instead of record my transactions, create my financial reports. Yes, you're doing the same thing, but feed off of the emotions. Sell on the emotions. Hey, I'm here to help you. I'm here to free up your time. I'm going to reduce your anxiety, reduce your stress. This way you don't have to do your bookkeeping on the weekends or at 9 p.m. Or this way you can file your taxes so you can get that loan from the bank. I'm here to reduce your stress and free up your time. Focus on that, and you're really going to connect with people. It doesn't matter what you do. So I talked a lot about social media marketing. It doesn't matter what you do. It could be, I've got another person in my weekly call on Monday afternoon. She goes to BNI groups, and she has landed a ton of clients from going to BNI groups. It doesn't matter what you do. Cold calling. One of the guys who got the $5,000 client came from cold calling. Crazy. It could be a blog. It could be search engine optimization on your website. It could be Facebook. It could be YouTube, LinkedIn. It could even be flyers in the mail. Doesn't matter what you do. It just matters that you do something consistently for a long period of time. Doesn't matter. If you hate social media, don't do it. Go to BNI networking groups. Go to local in-person networking groups. Send out flyers in the mail. Optimize your website for search engine optimization. Doesn't matter what you do. It just matters that you do something. It's hard work, but it's boring. It's not easy. It's not exciting. Here's the thing. It's gonna feel exciting for the first 30 days, but it's not exciting. You need to be willing to do what others won't if you want to achieve the goals that others can't. Remind yourself, write that down on a sticky note, put that next to your computer, hang that up on your wall. You are doing right now what others are not willing to do, and therefore you are going to achieve goals that other people cannot achieve. You need to be extraordinary. You need to be extraordinary if you want to achieve goals that most people can't. Most businesses fail. If you want to succeed, you've got to be willing to do what everybody else isn't willing to do. And that's the boring stuff, showing up every day. I've been creating these YouTube videos for 5 years. I've been running my bookkeeping business for 6 years. I've been promoting Zip Capital every single day for the last 18 months. That's how I raised $4 million. That's how I got to 80 bookkeeping clients. I'm sorry to say, there is no magic secret. There's no magic secret. There's no secret sauce. There's no trick. I'm not doing anything differently than you can't already do. The only thing different between you and me is that I'm just 6 years ahead of you. You can absolutely achieve everything that I've done. You just got to show up every day. You got to be willing to do the boring work, and you got to be willing to do what others are not able to do. Most businesses fail. Most businesses fail. That's it for the video. I hope this was helpful. Let me know down below in the comments what you want to hear next. Let me know what questions you might have. I don't always get to respond to everybody's comments, but I do try to read them. So let me know what questions you have. Let me know what videos you want me to make next. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this because I love talking about it. Clearly, I'm passionate about entrepreneurship, bookkeeping, business in general, teaching other people. Check out all the links down below in the description of this video. I would love for you to join my Monday meeting. And if you've got $25,000 in cash, and if you are an accredited investor, I would love for you to join Zip Capital. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. And I'll see you all in the next video.